we've reached the part of the podcast where we talk some horse racing. Keelan is done, but Trey has agreed to come on and talk some Churchill Downs, host of the First Wire podcast. Trey, how you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing very well. How are you this evening?
You know what? My Pistons, it looks like they're going to go down here, down 3 with 6 seconds left, but I hit it in a couple NFL draft bets. So you know what? I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing
good to hear. Good to hear.
I'm feeling it. But we're here to talk Churchill. Keelan is done on Friday, shifting our attention over to Churchill with the Derby right around the corner. Interesting race, and I love night racing at Churchill. Do you like night racing, or are you more of a day Churchill guy?
To be honest, it doesn't make a difference to me. Okay. I'd rather have it during the day, just because at nighttime I get bored and I might lose more money betting that. So that's the only downfall.
I've been to the Derby a couple times. I've been to the Breeders' Cup at Churchill. Great track. I absolutely love it. You have your best bet for those listening or watching for the first time, and we're going to talk about the feature race. Let's get into your best bet. Your best bet is in race 7, post time 8:37 Eastern. Why don't you tell us what your best bet is, my friend?
Yeah, so I'm going to go with my best bet, and to be honest, my best bets have not hit the first couple times, so tread carefully here. But I'm going to go with number 2, Plaza Q, for Brian Hernandez and Kenny McPeak.
Okay.
If you throw out the slop race at Keeneland, which for those that live around here, we had a ton of rain at the beginning of the meet, and it was basically just like running in just like a river. Basically, there was so much water. This horse obviously hated that. Now they're going to bring him back, and it's supposed to rain here overnight into tomorrow. So Saturday, I'm hoping that it dries out. Because if it does, then I think this horse has a big chance. And the reason I picked this race is it's a 1.25 miles. And as for most people know, the Derby is 1.25 miles. So obviously these are going to be a little less talented horses, but I want to see how the track plays, how they do it, if speed holds up, if any closers are able to come. I think this horse is either going to go straight to the lead and take them all around the track, or just sit right behind in second or third and take over in the middle of the stretch. So, yeah, number 2 for me is going to be the top play.
Now, is there any jockey combo, anything like that, like shifting from Keelan to Churchill, that you kind of look at while you handicap these races?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because obviously Keeneland brings all the big trainers, jockeys in, and once the Derby plays out, they kind of all disperse. So it's kind of hard to say who's going to do well this meet. Obviously, Brian Hernandez, Corey Lannery, Lon Machado, those are guys that are going to stick around. And then probably when Tyler Gaffleone gets healed, he's got a broken wrist at the moment. When he comes back, he usually does really well at this track. And then Luis Saez is probably going to be the leading rider if he stays here. Those would probably be the main guys that I would hone in on.
Okay. All right. Now we're going to go to race number 9. The feature race, the Roxelana. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Post time at 9:40 Eastern. Where is your head at for this race, my friend?
Yeah, so this one I'm going to go to the far outside. As I mentioned, Luis Saez being one of the top riders at Churchill. He has the mount here for Eddie Keneally. I like the outside post. This is a 6 furlong race, so I think it's going to be pretty quick. So I think the inside post, the 1 and the 2, they're both talented horses, but I think they're both going to have to send just because of their post. It's going to set up for maybe a little bit of a closer. This horse, I think, is just the perfect trip and can get the job done off the layoff.
Now, real quick, this is completely random, and I just kind of thought of this. Is Baffert allowed to race here?
He is now, yes. He is going to have a Derby horse this year.
Okay. Now, back to this feature race. Obviously, I'll be honest, I really don't look at horse racing that much. And I'm looking at the 7-horse girls weekend. I have never seen this trainer's name before in my life. Beckman. Is he anybody?
Actually, yes, he is. He has a horse in the Derby, and he has a horse in the Oaks. So yeah, you'll get to know this trainer very well here in the next week.
Now I feel like another dumbass.
I feel actually his Oaks contender is probably a little bit better than his Derby chances. So on Friday, I would definitely take a look at him.
Now I feel like an absolute dumbass. Well, Trey is going to be here anytime he can be here, giving out his best bet for the weekend for the Saturday card at Churchill and for the feature race. I appreciate you coming on here, Trey. Why don't you tell everyone how your podcast, the First Wire podcast, how it's going to be covering the Kentucky Derby and when your Kentucky Derby episode will be coming out?
Sure. So Saturday, the post position draw comes out, so we'll know where everyone's going to be post 1 through 20 at the Derby. So we'll probably take the weekend to look over it, get our thoughts together, and Tuesday or Wednesday is when we're going to do our podcast, put our plays together, who we like for the obviously the Derby and the undercard there, and then we'll have it out on X or on YouTube or Spotify, basically any streaming service you have, we'll be on one of those.
Awesome, man. I'll make sure I retweet it for those watching. Make sure to listen to it. I will put a description to your Spotify channel in this for those watching on YouTube, so you can bookmark this video and easily find it. Make sure to give them a follow at tserver24 on X, and we'll talk next week, my friend.
All right, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.